Hey everybody, it's John Brown, the one and only Bandana Gamer, coming to you today with part 2 of my Video Game of the Year series. I have invited a bunch of YouTubers to share with me and with you, the adoring public, games that impacted their 2020. And today's edition, coincidentally, is the best dressed edition. So not only are these two amazing YouTubers, they are the best dressed of the YouTube community, in my humble opinion. So first up, we're going to hear from a good friend of mine, which is Ratboy Collectibles. Ratboy is someone I talk to on a regular basis, has made this year so amazing just by his presence and the community we have formed. Cannot say enough good things about Ratboy. Also, Ratboy and I are part of a weekly podcast on the Move Over Kids YouTube channel called It's Dangerous to Go Alone. Airs Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure to check us out over there weekly for your dose of Nintendo news and just general good times. So, I'm going to kick it over to Ratboy Collectibles for his Game of the Year.
What's going on, everybody? Devin here with Ratboy Collectibles. My buddy Bandana Gamer has invited me on to talk about the Game of the Year for the year of 2020. And I would have to say it's Silent Hill 2. But no, I'm just joking. It's 2021, not 2001. But for my pick, definitely has to be the original Spider-Man for the PS4. I bought this copy because I inevitably will have the PS5, thanks to John. Thank you again, bud. I loved the original PS4 Spider-Man because just gameplay, graphics, the story, it was all really fun to play. And if you're a deep-seated Marvel fan, there's a lot of Easter eggs hidden around the city and just a lot of cool stuff that you can do just by swinging around the city and looking at things. It's a really pretty game, and I'm assuming this is going to be the same one. John had told me that Miles Morales is a fantastic game, and I can't wait to be able to play it. So if you guys want a definite good pick for the PS4 and it is also playable on the PS5, I would say grab Spider-Man. Definitely a fun time, and if you're a Marvel fan, it's a lot of fun. Go check it out. And back to you, dude. Peace.
Well, thank you, Ratboy, and I am glad to see you rocking the Spider-Man. You are right, Miles Morales is an amazing game, and I cannot wait for you to get to play it. So now we move on to the second person in this video, and this person is just amazing. She is someone I draw a lot of inspiration from, someone who shares my deep love of Power Rangers, and is just genuinely a great person, and we are a better community for having her be a part of it, and that is Linda, AKA the Gamergirl. And today she's also being awesome, like she is all the time, but she's also rocking an amazing Gargoyles shirt as she talks about her 2020 Game of the Year.
Hey everybody, thank you Bandana Gamer for having me on the channel again, and I'm going to talk about my Game of the Year for 2020. As you can see, I had a bunch of contenders to go through. My criteria was, what games have I beaten in 2020, and what games do I keep going back to for that year? So I had a bunch. I had Animal Crossing, Super Mario Odyssey, Tony Hawk 1 and 2, the remaster, Man of Median, Last of Us 2, and Flipping Death. These were all games that made the list, but in the end, there was one game that I kept playing with a bunch of buddies, and that was Friday the 13th. Now, when I first started playing Friday the 13th, I will admit I didn't like it because I was playing with randoms. I really didn't understand it, and there was a bunch of glitches. But that's what the beauty of it was, the glitches. They were hilarious, they were over the top, they made no sense. You just went with it. You were frustrated and trying to figure it out. And I didn't think about it, the significance of the game, until they were about to take it away for the servers. They were debating about closing the game altogether or what they were going to do. And when that announcement did finally hit that they were like, sorry guys, we have to close the servers for the actual just regular quick play for randoms, it got to me. I was like, man, this game, I put a lot of hours in as far as every week. Not just, Animal Crossing where it's by myself, solo, grinding for items. It's like genuine fun, genuine times with buddies, genuine times with what's going on in life, you know? And it wasn't a game that I gravitated towards because, let's face it, we had the quarantine going on. This actually was genuinely, hey, let's get a bunch of people together, let's see what we can do, and let's have some fun with it. So that's why Friday the 13th made Game of the Year for me. So I'm going to kick it back to Bandana Gamer.
Thank you, Linda, AKA the Gamergirl. Definitely need to check out Friday the 13th if I can find a group of friends now that the servers are down. And appreciate, once again, you just being an awesome person. So, we now come to my contribution to this video. And so I was down between two games for my Game of the Year. And instead of flipping a coin, I decided to break it down into two categories. And so what I have before me is my retro Game of the Year. And so clearly it's on a Sega Genesis cartridge. And so my retro Game of the Year is Castlevania Bloodlines. Castlevania Bloodlines had always been on my radar as a game I wanted to try out. And I tried it first on the Castlevania collection, and I think I tried it on the Sega Genesis Mini. And that was great, but it really made me want a cartridge of the game. And I came across one at a good price, and the label was okay. And so I picked it up. And oh my gosh, this is probably my favorite Castlevania game. At least my favorite before the EGA era. This is my favorite Sega Genesis game by far. And there's a lot of great, amazing stuff on the Genesis. I'm not knocking the Genesis. This is just an amazing game. And what makes it so amazing is it really translated the strengths of Castlevania to the strengths of the Sega Genesis hardware. And what I mean by that is stuff like the sound. The soundtrack is amazing. The sound effects are great. They add such an ambiance to the game. And they're so clearly using the strengths of the Sega sound chip. I mean, that soundtrack would not come or work on any other system other than the Sega. And then to take it to another level, like the game itself, great Castlevania. Graphics feel great, 16-bit. Feels very, once again, playing to the Genesis strengths. And having two characters to choose from, so two different styles. And that way, that also impacts how you go through the levels. It is amazing. The storytelling in the game is really awesome as you're in a little bit more of a modern setting for Castlevania, right around the turn between the 17th and 18th century. And it's just so amazing, so much fun. You, instead of being stuck in one castle, you are going throughout Europe, tracking down Dracula and his minions. And the difference in the characters being the spear and the whip. This just is such a great game. And I was so glad to beat it this year because I think this may be the only Castlevania game I've actually checked off the beaten list. And it was one I patted myself on the shoulder for because it is such an amazing, great game to play through. It's one you really need to savor. It's one worth multiple playthroughs. So I cannot recommend my retro game of the year for 2020, Castlevania Bloodlines, more than I already am. So if you get a chance, make sure you check this out. There's, like I said in the beginning, there are so many different ways to play it, either on the Sega Genesis Mini, the Castlevania collection that I think is on the Switch and PS4, or just tracking down a cartridge. I think cartridge only runs about 60 to 70. But totally worth it. Totally worth it, and it has my highest vote. And this is my retro game of the year. So once again, thank you to Ratboy Collectibles and that amazing, amazing shirt he's rocking. Thank you to Linda, AKA the Gamergirl, and the recommendation for Friday the 13th and what it meant to her and how it helped her get around this year and get with friends. And thank you for just being awesome people. Thank you for contributing to this video. And my friends, if you have a game of the year that you want to talk about, make sure to hit it up in that comment section below. And if you like this video, make sure to give me a like and a subscribe. And I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying sane. And I will catch you in the next one, my friends. Peace.